You may think love is gentle, soft, easy. But what if I told you the person who truly loves will shake the very foundation of who you are, not to break you, but to awaken you? Thoughtful. This is not the kind of love that whispers. It roars quietly in moments you barely notice, yet it changes everything about the way you see yourself and the world. When someone truly loves, they don't just desire you, they see you. Every hidden fear, every buried hope, every secret corner of your mind, they meet it without judgment. They reflect your strength back to you, but also your shadow, asking you to confront it. Real love doesn't cling, it doesn't demand, it challenges, it nurtures, and in their presence you feel a strange paradox, both safe and profoundly alive. Welcome to the Jung Code, where we explore the hidden truths of the mind and the deep forces behind human connection. Today, we're uncovering what really happens when someone truly loves, and how it can transform you. If you're ready to dive in, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more insights. When someone truly loves, the first thing they do is see you. Not just the surface, not just the smile you wear or the words you speak, but the parts of you that often go unnoticed. They notice the subtle shifts in your mood, the way your eyes light up when something excites you, or the slight tension in your shoulders when something weighs on you. This kind of attention is rare because most people interact with what is easy to see, what is convenient to understand. But someone who truly loves takes the time to look deeper, to understand the essence of who you are. It's not just about observing, it's about understanding without judgment. They recognize your quirks, your fears, and the patterns that sometimes hold you back. They see the small acts of kindness you might dismiss in yourself, and they remember the moments when you struggled, even if you tried to hide them. Their perception goes beyond appearances because love of this kind is rooted in empathy, a willingness to enter the unseen spaces of another person's mind and heart. When you are met with this kind of love, you begin to feel safe revealing yourself in ways you never have before. You don't have to perform or pretend. You don't have to filter your thoughts or hide your weaknesses. There's an unspoken permission in their presence to simply be, and that is profoundly liberating. It allows you to explore your own inner world without fear, knowing that someone is there who truly understands the complexity of your being. This kind of recognition also has a reflective quality. When someone sees you in this deep way, they act as a mirror, showing you aspects of yourself that you might not fully acknowledge. You begin to notice your own strength, your resilience, and even the parts you've tried to suppress. It can feel confronting at times, because true love doesn't shy away from your shadows, but it also empowers you, giving you a sense of validation and affirmation that goes far beyond superficial compliments. Ultimately, being truly seen by someone who loves you reshapes your relationship with yourself. You begin to honor your own depth, your own emotions, and your own journey. It's a quiet transformation that doesn't demand change, but encourages growth. You start to understand that love is not about possession or control. It is about connection, presence, and the profound recognition of the person you truly are. When someone truly loves, they don't just embrace the parts of you that are easy to love. They also see the parts that are messy, complicated, or painful. They notice the patterns that hold you back, the fears that keep you from taking risks, and the wounds that still ache from past experiences. True love requires courage. Not just their courage, but it asks for yours too. It asks you to be honest, to face yourself fully, even when it's uncomfortable. They don't turn away when your darkness appears. Instead, they stay present and offer understanding. There is a deep patience in this, a recognition that growth takes time and cannot be rushed. They know that love is not about fixing or rescuing someone, but about being there while they work through their own struggles. It's an invitation to confront yourself, not a demand to change overnight. This kind of love encourages vulnerability. When you are loved in this way, you feel safe enough to reveal parts of yourself you might usually hide. You can admit your fears, your mistakes, and even your doubts without worrying that it will push the other person away. Their courage to face your shadow becomes a mirror for you. It inspires you to face it too, to explore what you've been avoiding in yourself. In essence, love like this is transformative. It doesn't just comfort or please, it challenges and elevates. It asks you to step into your own truth and to embrace both your light and your shadow. You begin to realize that true love is not passive or easy. It is alive, demanding, and profoundly liberating. It is a force that allows both people to grow together while honoring who they are at their deepest level. When someone truly loves, their love doesn't create dependence, it creates growth. They don't hold on to you tightly out of fear of losing you. Instead, they encourage you to become the fullest version of yourself, even if that means stepping into spaces where they can't always follow. Their love is not about control or ownership. It's about fostering the kind of freedom that allows both of you to expand and evolve. They challenge you gently in ways that make you see your potential. It might be in the form of questions that make you think, actions that push you to face discomfort, or quiet encouragement when you doubt yourself. True love does not leave you stagnant. It refuses to settle for superficial comfort. Instead, it inspires reflection, self-awareness, and growth. When you feel this, it's almost impossible to ignore. It's a presence that quietly demands you rise to meet it. This growth-focused love also comes with deep respect. They understand that you have your own journey, your own timing, and your own choices. They support you without trying to mold you into someone else. And yet, in their support, they gently illuminate where you might be holding yourself back. They offer insight, perspective, and sometimes challenge, but never judgment. This is not about correcting you. It's about awakening what already exists inside you. In this way, their love becomes transformative. It nurtures, it strengthens, and it liberates. You begin to see that love is not a crutch or a shield. It is a force that encourages self-discovery and resilience. You start to realize that being loved in this way is less about comfort and more about empowerment, and that the person who loves you in this way is helping you uncover the best version of yourself. When someone truly loves, their empathy is active, not passive. They don't just feel for you from a distance. They engage with your emotions, your struggles, and your joys in a way that mirrors them back to you. They notice the unspoken words, the subtle gestures, the tension in your voice, and respond in ways that show they truly understand. It's not about sympathy or pity. It's about presence and connection. This kind of empathy can feel almost like a mirror. When they reflect your emotions, you begin to see yourself more clearly. The anger, sadness, or fear you might have pushed aside becomes visible, but it's met with acceptance rather than criticism. They hold space for your feelings without trying to change them immediately. This creates a safe environment where you can explore your emotions fully, and in doing so, start to understand them on a deeper level. True empathy in love also means that they don't just reflect your light. They acknowledge your darkness too. They are willing to sit with your discomfort, your insecurities, and your pain without recoiling. They recognize that these parts of you are as real and important as the parts that are easy to love. By facing these shadows alongside you, they help you feel whole rather than fractured, understood rather than judged. Over time, this active empathy encourages growth and awareness. You begin to notice patterns in your own behavior, motivations, and reactions because someone else is holding them up to you with care. It's a gentle yet powerful way of being seen and known. Being loved in this way transforms your understanding of yourself, showing that empathy is not passive observation. It is a living, breathing engagement with the complexity of another person, a force that nurtures trust, honesty, and deep connection. When someone truly loves, their love is transformative. It doesn't just sit on the surface of life or linger in comfort. It changes the way you see yourself and the world around you. Being with someone like this feels different because their presence encourages reflection, growth, and a quiet awareness that things can be more than they appear. You start noticing small shifts within yourself, how you react, how you feel, and how you understand your own choices. They help reveal parts of you that you may have ignored or suppressed. Sometimes it's a talent, sometimes a strength, and sometimes it's an insecurity you've tried to hide. Through their patience and attention, these elements of yourself become clearer. Their love doesn't push you to change for them. Instead, it invites you to explore the hidden corners of your being and realize your own potential. This transformation happens gradually. There are no sudden shifts or dramatic moments. It's subtle, a glance, a question, a quiet acknowledgement of your fears or your courage. Their belief in you becomes a mirror for your own self-belief. You begin to take yourself more seriously, to honor your emotions, and to respect your growth. Their love acts like a gentle force, guiding you toward your better self while making you feel fully accepted for who you are right now. At the same time, transformative love is not always easy. It challenges comfort zones and exposes areas that need attention. Yet, because it comes from a place of deep care, it doesn't feel like pressure. It feels like possibility. You realize that love is not just about companionship or warmth. It is a catalyst that awakens what you might not even have known existed within you, quietly shaping your journey toward a more authentic, aware, and empowered self. When someone truly loves, their presence is marked by patience and acceptance. They don't rush you or demand that you meet their expectations. Instead, they allow you to unfold at your own pace, respecting your journey and honoring your process. This kind of love creates a sense of safety that is rare, an environment where you can be fully yourself without fear of judgment or rejection. They understand that everyone carries their own burdens, and they approach your struggles with compassion rather than frustration. When you make mistakes, they don't criticize or push. They hold space for learning and growth. Their patience isn't passive. It's an active commitment to understanding, to staying present, and to walking alongside you through life's challenges. In their steadiness, you feel supported, and that support often gives you the courage to face difficulties you might have avoided alone. Acceptance in true love goes beyond tolerating flaws. It's about recognizing the whole of who you are, the strengths, the vulnerabilities, the contradictions, and valuing each part. They don't try to change you into someone else, nor do they shy away from the parts that are complicated or challenging. Instead, they meet you where you are and encourage you to embrace yourself fully. This unconditional presence fosters trust and allows a deep emotional connection to form. In this kind of love, you start to notice a quiet shift inside yourself. You feel more grounded, more confident in your choices, and more willing to explore who you truly are. The patience and acceptance you experience not only deepen your connection with them, but also help you cultivate patience and acceptance toward yourself. You begin to understand that love is not just about passion or excitement. It is about being seen, held, and valued in the entirety of who you are. When you step back and look at it all, you realize that true love is not about grand gestures or fleeting moments of passion. It is quiet, steady, and deeply transformative. It sees you fully, meets you where you are, and invites you to grow into the person you were always capable of becoming. It reflects your strengths and shadows alike, offering understanding without judgment and patience without limits. Being truly loved in this way changes how you see yourself. You begin to trust your own emotions, respect your own journey, and embrace both your light and your darkness. You notice the ways you can stretch, evolve, and step into your potential. Not because someone is pushing you, but because their belief in you reminds you of your own. This kind of love is rare because it requires courage, empathy, and presence. It is a force that nurtures growth, fosters understanding, and awakens the deepest parts of who you are. And while it doesn't demand perfection or conformity, it challenges you to engage with life fully, to confront your fears, and to honor your true self. Ultimately, love like this is not possession or dependency. It is a mirror, a guide, and a quiet power that transforms both hearts. It teaches that the truest form of connection is not about changing someone, but about recognizing them completely. And in that recognition, both people are allowed to flourish in ways they might never have imagined. Thank you for diving into the depths with me. If this resonated, make sure to like and subscribe to the Jung Code and drop the word "awakened" in the comments to show you felt the truth of this journey.